Hey, for those who don't know me, my name is Ben, and I am currently an automotive student at Clark College in a T10 program. It is 6:34 in the morning, and school starts at 7, so we gotta head out. What are you doing?
Oh, you know, just the usual.
There's no instructors here?
I don't know.
You haven't even tried? Yeah, I'm gonna film like a day in my life, considering it's the second to last day of class.
Valid.
Whoa.
My parking spot, man.
Let's see it. Can you back in? Whoa, nice. This is it. This is basically the last squad lineup. Second to last.
Yeah.
It's all gonna be over after this, Simon. Okay, so I thought I'd actually introduce what this day in a life is and what being a Toyota student actually means. So I am currently on campus in our shop facility, which is completely outfitted with Toyotas and a bunch of Toyota sponsored gear, and the whole program is around Toyotas and becoming a Toyota Master Tech, or a Master Diagnostic Tech if you want to go that far. So I've spent the past 2 years coming to class as well as working part-time in a dealership, and what coming to class does is it teaches you about Toyotas, teaches you about diagnostics, and then you can get certifications to then go back to the dealership, show them your certifications, get a raise, and then after the 2-year program is over, theoretically you should be near a master level, which is one step below Master Diagnostic Test. You graduate a little bit below a master, you still need a few more certifications and a couple more years in the dealership to become a master. But the idea is you do 2 years here while doing 2 years at work, you work part-time, you go to school part-time, by the time you're out, you're making money. That's the idea, at least. And then as for me, this is my second to last day at school. Tomorrow is a half day, so this is my last opportunity to really film one of these kinds of videos. I'll show you around the shop, I'll show you what we have in here, what kind of kit we have, as well as some of the cars and like some of the faults that they install on the cars. One of the cool parts about this program is all of the cars have been faulted, which essentially means they all have switchboards that actually disconnect certain circuits in the car. And so then we gotta figure it out and we gotta solve it. And the courses go through like different sections. So we start out with the easy stuff like brakes and steering and suspension, and like we're just now finishing up automatic transmissions and hybrids. Toyota really focuses on hybrids, obviously, because they made them and they got the Prius and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, poncho.
Okay, I hopefully introed what being a T10 student means in there. Do you have anything you think you wanna add to what it involves? This is Grayson, everybody.
If you can tell by the bags under my eyes and my I'm just depressed, man. It's just horrible. No, it's great. Yeah.
You got anything to add to that?
Great, yeah.
My name's Richard, certified.
Okay, so normally for the first hour of the day, we're actually in a separate classroom doing lectures where the instructor will go over a slideshow and just kind of talk about theory and the basics about what we're actually going to be doing in the shop. And then this is the main shop space, and we've got some tables set up along all these walls right here, and these are where we just like place our laptops, and this is where we bust out kind of like more book work. And then right over here is where we have a bunch of racks all the way from this end of the shop almost all the way to the end of the shop on both sides, and this is where all of our test vehicles are lined up for performing our diagnosis or whatnot. This little part of the shop is the GM space. There's also a GM program here, but then all of this all the way to the end of the shop, as well as the alignment racks over there, are all part of the Toyota space. And then this is, like I was saying, is our little workspace where we place our bags. And then all of these vehicles have faults. So as you can see with this ECU, there's a bunch of extra wires that are spliced in, and then there's going to be a switchboard inside the car. So you flick a switch, throws codes, and then we use these bad boys over here So these right here are our Toyota TIS scan tools, and these are what we use to plug into the Toyota vehicles. And then we can use these to pull codes, perform health checks, perform initializations and whatnot. Currently the first year students are in their AC class, so they're using the AC machines, doing recharges and also pulling dashes and evaporator cores and heater cores and all of that.
So to take that front bearing out, you'd go the other way, you have to take the seal out. Don't torque right first.
Yeah, first drive.
Yeah. Then you put the carrier in, double check your rotational torque, make sure you got
Check
the
the
backlash
rotational torque right now.
Yeah, there's nothing there now.
And
You know what?
300 pounds.
You got this bad boy all torn apart.
why isn't he going all the way in?
So Simon and I have pretty much finished up all of our labs that we need to do for this class. We have one more lab which would be measuring drive shaft angle as well as drive shaft runout, but other than that we're pretty much done. As you saw, Richard's group is still taking apart the rear end, and then Alan's group right now I think is just doing that lab I spoke about. Most of the cars over in this section right now are all first year cars used for diagging AC systems, and then over there right now we're on manual trans, so we're taking apart rear ends, doing 4-wheel drive diags. Like, I believe this they got rid of it. Well, just earlier we did a diagnosis on a Tacoma, and what the problem was when you put the vehicle in 4-wheel drive, only the rears would get power, and so you basically verify, you put the vehicle in 4-wheel drive, electronically it goes into 4-wheel drive, but mechanically the transfer case locks, front prop shaft spins, rear prop shaft spins, both rear tires spin, but the front doesn't, and that would be an internal issue in the ADD, the automatic disconnect differential, which is in the front. And so labs like that are what we deal with. So they tell us customer complains the traction control, or not the traction control, the 4-wheel drive doesn't work, and then we go through and we find the problem, and then we write up a repair order as if we're in a shop and we figured out the problem. There's a pretty trick stand we got built up here to hold this rear end.
Yeah. Yo, camera guy, can you hold that?
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay, yep.
Got it. Putting the old pinion in. Okay.
I'm helping. You didn't. Oh, spin it.
It's a little springy.
Good.
Check the side. Perfect. You want just a little bit of movement, just like that.
A few millimeters on it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's tapered bearing, so it's just it adapts.
It'll seat as you put the rest of the carrier.
That's
assembly
right.
in.
Yeah. You gotta settle
You
it.
use the ring gear to adjust the preload. Our fancy dancy toolbox. Simon, why don't you give us a little tour of the toolbox?
It's a mess.
Can you show me the rest of the tools, not just what's missing?
We got identical screwdrivers.
Okay.
We got these Cornwell picks. I love these picks. These are the best picks.
Next drawer, what do we got? We're gonna be quick with it, Simon.
Next drawer. Yeah, air stuff, impact stuff.
Okay. Next.
Wrenches. This is just wrenches, just only wrenches.
Next.
Air chuck, hammers,
Perfect.
chisels,
Okay.
of course.
And it's a scraper. Next.
Shut up. Serpentine
Big
belt
money
tool.
item.
We got a torque wrench, and we got our flue commuter, which is probably gone.
It is. Over in this corner, we've got brake lathe, balance machine, tire removal machine, a second alignment rack. Over here, we have more tire removal machines, as well as these are all like our practice tires and wheels. So there's a bunch of different sizes over here. Some big boys, some small boys, steelies, aluminum wheels. I don't think any of these have TPMS sensors in them, so it's not like you have to worry too much when you're taking those ones off, but this is kind of the wheels, tires, alignments, brakes, all the kind of like line work stuff. And then we have another alignment rack here, and then that Tacoma is also on another alignment rack.
Suspension too.
Oh yeah, suspension gets done over here. The spring compressor, and then so over here, all of this is like diag, and then all of this is kind of like heavy line work. And then over here, like you saw where they're taking apart the rear end, is all of the tear down. So this is engine tear down, transmission tear down, rear end tear down. But since me and Simon are done pretty much all of the labs, we're gonna bust out some more book work here. So let's get on to that. Where are they?
Either in Baird or Bauer.
No, they went that way.
Oh my, that's just a plane, dude.
No, I know that
I
one.
thought you said there was a jet. Off on a little midday adventure.
That's right.
Where are we going?
Honestly, I have no idea. I've never even heard of this place.
We're going to Bauer,
Bauer Hall
is what I've
second
heard.
floor?
Oh, let's get a... You know where we're going?
Yes.
Locked. Dude, it's open. Wait, we're already upstairs.
It sounds like we had some kind of breakthrough there, so I just wanted to
Plus 25 honesty or plus 25 sneak.
Whoa, we're playing Skyrim?
The mission was successful. Richard's got the bag. Ooh, BMX bag?
Look, you and me are gonna wear Arc'teryx. We're gonna load up the rods, and we're gonna go catch fish.
Real architects?
Yes. We're the
Okay, well, we're out. That's it for class today. Oh, what? Wow. Okay, I see how it is. Thank you. Just finishing up class. That is the first to second to last day of class. Okay. Cold start. It's basically a warm start, how hot it is out. Clutch in. There you go.
That sounds pretty sick on the outside.
Do it to Grayson's. I forgot I was gonna pull something.
Did they get it?
Yeah. Hey, I just got back from class. Today was a pretty typical day, apart from the fact that we didn't have lecture and we didn't really do that many labs because we only have one lab left and we're saving that for tomorrow. I'm just watching the footage back. I noticed it kind of looks like I've been crying all day long. That's allergies, I swear. The rest of the day entails finishing editing up this video right here, and then I have another set of photos of a Sylvia that I've got to edit up, and then we might be doing something later today. Who knows? Okay, so you just saw me edit up a little bit of this video right here. I like to edit half of the video, film a little bit more, edit the other half of the video. It kind of gives me a feel of where the video is going and if I need more footage or if I've got enough. And I think we need one more little piece to the end of this video, and this is the small little mini Manfrotto tripod that you've seen me, or I guess haven't seen me. This camera is propped up on this tripod for almost all of the shots where the camera's just sitting on the ground or it's sitting up on a bench or whatnot. But this camera has one fatal, and that is when the camera is sitting flat on the ground like this. It is too tall for this camera and this lens setup. So if you don't position the lens in front of one of these legs like this, the camera tends to sway back and forth this way, and it's very easily knockable over, which is not good. So I'm going to take this apart and see what's preventing these legs from coming out farther, and see if we can do a little bit of clearancing so this guy sits flatter, so she squats more. Out 3 little Torx screws right here, and this base plate comes off, and I assume, yeah, it all comes apart. So this is the ball head of the tripod. I've already taken a look, and it looks like the edge of these legs kind of bottom out against these bumps right here. So I figure if I just sand all 3 of these bumps down evenly, it'll allow the edge of these legs to come out farther, and so hopefully we can get it to squatting it a bit more. So I'm gonna grab some sandpaper or maybe a Dremel. No, that seems a little aggressive. Grab some sandpaper, sand this thing down, and then see if we can get this thing to squat a bit more. Okay, I grabbed some 120 grit wooden sandpaper, and I also just grabbed the Dremel. I figured it's probably gonna come to that anyway, so might as well grab it now. I'll start out with some sandpaper and see if I can make a dent in this plastic. I don't know how hard it is or how soft it is, so let's take a little gander. Okay, I've sanded down a little bit of this nub right here. Let's do a little, I guess, test fit. So this one comes out at about a little bit more than a 45. This one comes out, yeah, a little bit less than a 45. Okay, we're making decent progress. I'm gonna go until I get this one dialed in how I want, and then match the other 2. Kind of show you guys what I'm doing. These little legs here are what retain the big actual tripod legs, and this one right here is one that I've sanded down. So I'm gonna test fit all this now with just this single one sanded down and see what kind of an angle difference we get. If that looks good, I'll sand down these 2 little nubs and then put it all back together. I am back in the garage, this time going for coarser sandpaper. The 220's leaving like a nice finish, but it's taking way too long. I'm gonna look for something like 100 or less to get this job done. Okay, I found a sheet of 150 and a sliver of 100. That'll have to do. Okay, back to sanding. I've made the executive decision to just bust out the Dremel, and I'm just gonna go for it. Hopefully I don't butcher it. That's the game plan now, because I don't want to sand anymore. Okay, so I just ripped off a bunch of material with the Dremel. It's getting late. And now I'm going to just clean it up with some sandpaper, test fit, and no, get back. This is drawn on a little bit too long, but it's okay, it'll be good, trust me. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's way more better. Okay, good job. Okay, well, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much if you watched till the end. This was a day in my life as a Toyota TTEN, Clark College, part-time student, part-time employee. Well, I guess we didn't go to work. Maybe that'll be in another video. Maybe we'll do a day in the life as working as a Toyota student in a dealership. Maybe, if anyone's interested. Well, yeah. If you have any questions, leave a comment. My camera gear is linked in the description below if you're interested in what I'm using. Again, thank you so much for watching. Peace.